Welcome to DasGeek. What we have here is a Dell XPS 2016. I have a full video review on this, but right now what we need to do is upgrade it. This video is for you, Dustin. You've been hounding me. No, you haven't been hounding me. I told you this would be out yesterday, and I'm late. This is the T5 screwdriver for the tamper-free screws here. They are so tamper-free, you'll never get into your laptop without one. Actually, you can just use a flathead here and get out if you don't have a T5. Although, with a nice laptop like this, you probably just want to order the $2 screwdriver. I don't know why Dell is using these type of screws. This is similar to what Mac uses. In fact, I believe the screwdriver I have came with a Mac kit for doing repairs and things on a Mac. But they're supposed to be tamper-free. And if you're still under warranty with your Dell, do not go through this upgrade process, because it'll void your warranty once you take out those screws. They got a little bit of blue paint on them, and once that's removed, then they void your warranty because you've opened your machine, and they assume you don't know what you're doing, and you ruined it yourself, so just keep that in mind. So you've got all these screws around the sides that you need to get done, but you also have a screw, a Phillips screw, under the flap here that you also need to get removed. And then you're still not done. Unlike a 2012 MacBook where the cover just pops off at this point, they have little tabs that you're going to need to pop up, and you want to use these little plastic tools to kind of get in there. They look, you could actually use a guitar pick, but they look like a guitar pick. They're usually used for phones. You can see them pictured here, and I'll have them linked below, but they help you kind of go around the edges and pop those tabs that you see here right where the screw holes are up, and this is really tight. So you got to be really careful to just slowly work your way around the corners so you do not bend this aluminum, because it's a very, very thin piece of metal and it will bend and break. So in here, in the laptop itself, what you're going to notice is we've got the NvMe drive, and those are the tabs I'm pointing out. We got the NvMe drive sitting out there in the middle. You cannot upgrade the RAM. You could take out the battery here and replace the battery if you need to. You can also see we're going to need to do some dusting on this. I bought this laptop used, and looks like it's gained a good amount of dust around the fan. So the NvMe drive we're going to replace it with is a 512 gigabyte Western Digital. You may have seen it on one of my other videos. It's an okay drive, but the one we're replacing is just the 128 gigabytes. So you see we just move that screw, it pops right up. We pop the new drive back in, and with a little bit of finesse, you push it down and put that screw in, and you're done. We've just upgraded. That is how easy it is, the NvMe drive on this machine. Now, you may have to play with some settings in your BIOS once you boot this up, but before, we're going to clean this off. So notice how I'm holding the fan before it is, so it doesn't spin and break the bearings underneath, just getting some of that dust that's been sitting there. And of course, naturally, usually you knock the screws off with the air when you start using it, but fortunately this time I only knocked the screwdriver off. So you're just going to clean off and give it a basic dusting, and then we could pop that cover back on. You don't have to put the screws in at this point. Just pop it. Since it holds so tight with those tabs, you can just pop around the frame basically where the screw holes are or where the tabs are at, and then we're going to boot in. So here's some idea of my Fedora installation and some of the settings that I have set here. I also changed it from a RAID configuration because I have no RAID set up on it, so there was no reason to have it set as RAID, and basically was able to boot right into Fedora and begin my installation here. So far on the Dell, the Fedora, I've tried MX17. Of course, we've done Linux Mint XFCE, and we've done Ubuntu on here and Ubuntu Mate. So all those distros work fantastically on the 2016 Dell XPS. Some people had said that these Dells have problems with Linux distros, so I don't know what version or model they got, but I've had no issues with any distros. So now we have 512 gigabytes of RAM. Those are the two things you can install. You cannot upgrade the RAM, 512 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of hard drive space. You cannot upgrade the RAM on this machine because it is basically soldered onto the motherboard. So your only option there would be to get a brand new motherboard. So the RAM your machine comes with, that's what you're going to be stuck with. That's it. That's my video. I just want to show you how easy it is to do a simple upgrade and add some more space. Now this machine is truly perfect. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, get out there and fill your brains.
don't get this far. There's a